Finally, we figured it out. Hi, everybody. I'm Lois from Fitness Coaching. Thank you for my followers for being so loving, kind, and gosh darn patient with all of this technology stuff. Holy moly. Well, welcome to Fitness Coaching. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Lois, and we are a mobile personal training service bringing our team out to you at your home, office, local park when COVID is not happening, or right now we're working virtually and we're coming right across any device of your choice. And we work with you individually for one-on-one personal training as well as group personal training as well. So today we are talking about hydrating foods with the wonderful Barb Minemier from Your Healthy Truth. And we all know that water is essential for humans to stay alive, right? But what we don't know is that water alone is not the only thing that hydrates our body. In fact, I don't know if you knew this, but your water intake can be helped by a lot of the foods that you take in. So today is our wonderful guest and our wonderful patient guest, my goodness, Barb Minemier of Your Healthy Truth. Barb, how are you?
I'm great, Lois. I'm really happy to be here with you.
Thanks so much for coming on. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day, not only yesterday, but today as well, to talk to everyone about this. I think this topic, people just forget that they even have to do this, and it's one of the things that we easily forget to do. So, so what's been going on in your world?
Well, let's see. What's been going on with my world? Well, I've been spending a lot of time inside, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working with clients and always appreciative when the sun shines and I can get out in it because, sunshine's just as good as water,
Yeah, absolutely.
And hydration, yes. It really shifts my mood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you there. I have to get outside this weekend again. Last weekend, I spent most of Sunday out in my garden, and it's really cool to see like little things popping up just in a few days' time. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I felt so sore, even just after doing this kind of just a few hours of yard work each day. Just definitely makes a big impact on your health. So I agree.
Yeah, you move muscles you don't normally move every day.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Yes.
So I love your philosophy about counting chemicals versus counting calories. Getting people healthy is so important. And for our journeys, whether we are looking to lose weight or gain muscle or just maintain a balanced lifestyle, having good nutrition is so, so important. And as you know, it's not something that I really like to talk too much about because I don't really consider myself too much of an expert in this field. So tell me, what are some of the top 5? Maybe you can give us 5 of the top foods that we should be eating when it comes to foods that are hydrating.
Well, number 1 on my list is watermelon.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a great summer favorite. And not only does it have that nice sweet taste, but it's really loaded with loads of vitamins and something extra special that the others don't share. So I'm going to tell that to you right now. So I have my little sheet here because out of all the hydrating foods I have here, they all have a lot of vitamins and nutrients. And I don't want to leave anything out and misinform you. So that said, so watermelon has potassium, vitamin A, vitamin B6, and vitamin C, but it also has lycopene, which is a powerful antioxidant. It's got the most out of any fruit and vegetable on the planet, and that is great for protecting your body from oxidative damage.
So that's really, really, really important. So definitely watermelon. That's on my to-do list.
Absolutely. Next I have
melons or just watermelon.
Well, you know what? All melons are very hydrating, but here's the deal on melons. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, melons, eat them alone or leave them alone.
Only from you.
Yeah. Well, the reason that is because, they are the easiest foods to digest. Okay. So if you're going to have a big meal, okay, and then you're going to have some melon, all right, it's going to, on top of some slow digesting foods, that's going to digest quicker. And what's going to happen is it's going to sit on top of that, your other foods, and it's going to ferment. The sugars in the melon will ferment, which will cause gas and bloating. Okay. And yeah, so that's not something that you really want to have.
See, it's so funny because in Italian culture, in my family, like you eat fruits and you eat fruit like as dessert after you have dinner. So you have to wait until that's gone and then.
Either that or you just, you have melon only like as like a snack in the middle of the day. You don't have it after a meal. Because I know I live with
cantaloupe.
What's that?
Only cantaloupe or all melon?
Well, I don't have the I don't eat cantaloupe or the honeydew melon.
Okay.
After a meal. I know it's served a lot at networking events and when we go out places, but I eat the strawberries. I leave the melon on the plate.
Huh. I would just take it to go and then have it later.
Yeah. I'll go back with a couple hours later. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so what other hydrating foods do you have for us?
Well, next I have cucumber. Okay, and that ranks one of the highest. That's 96% water. Okay,
yeah, that's huge.
And it's loaded with nutrients. It's got vitamin A, pantothenic acid, magnesium, phosphorus, manganese, and it's also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin K. And besides keeping you hydrated, okay, it also helps eliminate toxins from your body. So that's the scoop on cucumber.
So cucumber a day gets a detox away.
Yeah. Yay, yes, absolutely.
What if you dip it? Is that allowed?
What's that?
I said, what if you dip it? Is that good?
Well, you're still going to get the water into your body, but it depends on what you're dipping it into. You have to remember, you have to count the chemicals, not the calories. Like if you're doing the ranch dressing out of the bottle with all the other unhealthy things that are in that bottle.
I make my own ranch salad dressing. Like I make my own from scratch.
Wow, good for you.
So good. And I make extra. So I keep like these cute little containers in my pantry, and I do like 10 of them at a time. So I just dump it into not full fat, because I like the full fat Greek yogurt. I'll put it into the Greek yogurt. And I'm not sure what your thoughts about dairy are. That might be a whole other conversation for another.
Well, dairy would be a whole nother meeting for us. I'm not a big proponent of dairy.
So. Okay, well, dairy is okay for me, I guess. I'm not sure. We can talk about it another time. Anyway, better in my opinion than the full dressing and stuff that you find.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay.
And it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. Only the one that I buy only has 3. So.
Only has 3. Well, that's good because they say standard is like less than 5 ingredients.
Yeah, I tried
whatever you're eating
all over the place. Okay, so what other healthy
tomatoes? I mean, if you are lucky to get a hold of a nice ripe red Jersey tomato, you know that when you put the knife in that sucker, man, the water just falls right out of it. Nothing like Jersey tomatoes. But that has a lot of dietary fiber in it. And it also has vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, manganese. Manganese seems to be a common thread throughout these watery hydrating fruits and vegetables. And vitamin K, which I didn't know, controls bleeding and blood clogging.
So super important, especially for people that are on any kind of blood thinner or something like that, or anybody that has heart challenges.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's awesome. I always learn so much from you. Okay, you have one more.
I have one more, and that's grapefruit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and grapefruit it doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients, but what is it?
All citrus or grapefruit specifically?
What's that?
Is that all citrus or grapefruit specifically?
Well, just this grapefruit specifically.
Okay.
It's got citric acid, natural sugars, high amounts of vitamin C, and it also helps to increase digestion by the flow of gastric juices. Okay. And it's very effective in lowering cholesterol. So that's another plus with a grapefruit.
You just have to be mindful, I know, with grapefruit, if you're on any kind of anti-anxiety medication, that you should double check, because I know that grapefruit does interact with that kind of medication. So,
well, see, now I learned something new from you today. That's fabulous.
Good,
That's
yeah.
great. But you know, there are so many hydrating fruits. I mean, there's peaches, oranges, celery, lettuce. I mean, there's a lot more than this.
And you wouldn't think celery would be like hydrating because it's not that juicy, but interesting to know that it is. I'm actually growing my own celery from the bottom. I cut the bottom 2 inches off.
Wow.
I'm growing it. It's so fun. It's so
That's
cute.
great. Well,
you know, those of you that know me know that I am not I don't have a green thumb, although I pretend sometimes. But yes, you can grow it from the bottom. So save that part, stick it in a cup of water, and in a couple of days, it's like,
oh, that's great. But you know, also about celery, if you want to find out how hydrating it is, I don't know, there was an article that came out, a couple of years ago about celery and about making a juice. That celery juice is like amazing for anything that ails you. Every organ in your body, it clears like almost everything up. And I was doing celery juicing in the morning. And, you know, I put it in my blender and and I'm telling you, I had to like get rid of the sediment or whatever was left over. But yeah, it was amazing, the water that came out of that.
It's an acquired taste, though. I just started for the first time eating celery raw very recently, and I never did it before. I only ate it cooked, but drinking it, I don't know, something about it just doesn't, my palate doesn't love it.
Well, you would be surprised. You never know.
One stalk in a smoothie, I could do it, but
yeah,
not, and I'm like, that's just me. So I have a question from my audience, and we don't have a lot of time left, but I want to ask it to you. Maybe you can answer it really quick, or maybe we should for another time. But they said, I'm going to the gym, or when I say gym, this was a while ago, but I you know, whether they're going to the gym, working out at home, working out at a local park, if they're not eating enough they're only eating 1,200 calories a day, and they're not losing weight, and they wanted to say what gives. So can you maybe give like a couple of quick things, or maybe if maybe they should call you, or what should they do?
Well, you know, people, you know, they're counting calories, but they're not looking at the ingredient label. Like if you're counting pizza for X amount of calories, you know, you have to look at what's in there. You got genetically modified dough. You have cheese that's probably got hormones and whatever else in it. And these are the things people are not taking into account. And when you have chemicals in your food, it really impacts your body and your ability to lose weight. It throws your hormones off. Everything is kind of skewed up there. So, you know, if you're eating whole, clean foods, as I always try to propose, you know, you would see a definite difference. But that's what gets in people's way. And if anybody would like to, you know, have a conversation with me, I'm happy to hop on the phone with them, because sometimes you just tweak a couple of things and you're on your way. Sometimes it's not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree with you there totally. So I know that you're starting a new detox in a couple of weeks, where you don't do anything that's like, you're not giving anybody any pills or potions or anything like that. So just rest assured, those people are watching. Otherwise, I wouldn't have Barb on, because I like to vet people and make sure that they're they follow the same principles.
That they're organic, yes.
Yes. Yeah. So your cleanse starts in a couple of weeks. It starts on June 1st, and I know you were doing a promotion. Would you be willing to like push it out a couple of days if anybody wanted to join in?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I just called my girl today to change the cutoff date to
that's so nice. I know you were thinking about it, but I guess
in anticipation. So until Sunday night, they can. It's normally $147, but I've lowered it to $80.
That's such a great deal.
Yeah, and the reason I use real whole food in my detox, there's no shakes, powders to mix, and stuff like that. And because how else can people learn how to eat healthy if they're not being taught from the get-go with real food? So, so I'm really big on that. So, absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we had a couple of really great comments. Thank you so much for commenting out there. We totally appreciate it. And if you'd like to learn more about Barb, I'm going to put her information in on the side. I should have put this up before, but
Lois, can I just add this? If anybody is interested in having a conversation with me, it's complimentary. Go to my website, yourhealthytruth.com, and you will see on the front page there is a link to make an appointment with me for an End the Struggle session with me. So I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, so I put her website down right on the bottom there. And again, if you would like to learn more about personal training or online coaching, one-on-one or in a small group, I'm happy to share that information with you. Thank you so much for those of you that are watching. We appreciate you so much. And please comment if you liked what we did and share it with your friends and family. That helps us so much to continue to do these videos for you. And we hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again, Barb, for coming. Have a great day.
Thank you for having me. Bye, everybody.